Hello everyone, welcome to this week's track guide. We're at Circuit Lago Maggiore, Autodromo Lago Maggiore. And I just recently got within a second of the top 10 leaderboard. I'm about 6/10 away from 10th and 1 second away from P1. So I decided it's time to do the track guide. I tried first to do it in the Ferrari, but unfortunately this track accentuates the worst elements of mid-engine cars. So first piece of advice is use a front-engine car if you want to qualify high up the grid, and I think the racing will be better as well. So this car is pretty good for this combination because it's soft enough to manipulate in the switchback corners without sliding the rear, and it's got a lot of torque. So there's lots of benefits to this car. Short shift is the first tip I can give you for the Supra. I'm changing around 7,000, 7,500, and be as smooth as you can in between transitions between corners with the braking and the throttle. Try not to overlay braking and throttle too much, and be as patient as possible. Carry speed in to corners, and that's probably why this doesn't suit the mid-engine cars so much, is because you're having to carry so much mid-corner speed that the rear can't keep up, and the front-engine cars seem to just cope a little bit better than that with that. So if you have a good sense of timing, then you'll do quite well at this track. The reverse version of this track is probably where I do the best in this game in general, and I really love driving that version. But I tend to struggle a little bit in the forward going version, which is the one you see here. So that happened there. It's been creating a bit of headaches for me today. It took me about 45 minutes to get within 1 second of the top 10. That's longer than usual. And I must be honest, I'm struggling a little bit with the understeer in this car, but that does reward this track again, because you can carry more speed in the longer corners without losing the rear end, without it snapping on you. So I suspect, I haven't done the daily race yet, but I think the racing around here would be quite fun. Hopefully it's not a Super Cup. Hopefully there's some other guys using maybe the AMG and the BMW. But anyway, let's do a lap of Circuit Maggiore. Okay, braking just before the shadow. Gear down smoothly, down to second gear, and now this corner is very important. You want to go through here slowly and use the yellow area for grip, so you can get the car pointed out. Keep left here as much as you can, so sacrifice a little bit of the throttle, braking down to third, clipping the apex, and being quite patient on the exits. If you try and carry speed through that corner, you're going to lose speed down the straight. You want to get on the power as early as you can there. Braking just after the curb here, down to third at the last moment. The person who gets on the power earliest up this hill is the winner. You actually want to be tighter than that on the exit. Very difficult corner here. It goes over a crest, so you're going to get understeer if you turn in too late. And then this part here used to be easy flat with the previous physics, but is now understeering into the grass, like as you see there. Whoopsie. Let me just lift off here to bring it back all into one piece. Okay, heading down to another very difficult corner. It's a hairpin, but it's banked, so you can take it quicker than you think. Third gear, braking just at the end of the wall. Watch for the rear, just like that. And again, the person who gets on the power earliest will be the winner through that corner. This sequence here has got a lot of understeer again, so clip the curb on the left, stay to the left to open up this right-hander. It should be flat. I had to do a small lift there, and use as much curbing as you can. Brake into this corner here, this double right. Really love this section of the track. Going out to the curb, and then a small bit of overlay between brake and throttle to balance the car through here, and get on the power again as early as you can. Heading down to the last corner here, braking sort of around the 50 board. Fourth gear, wait for the apex, and then use as much road as you can on the exit, clipping all the curbs. And that completes the first lap. Again, braking just before or on the shadow. You want to be in second gear and go as slowly as you can. Listen to that, as slowly as you can through the right-hander, so that you're pointing straight for the exit. And then sacrificing the left-hander here. Fourth gear usually, not third. Brake early for this right-hander because you want to get on the power early, get it pointed straight for the actual straight as quickly as you can, and head down to another very difficult uphill right-hander, braking just after the curb. Shift down to third late, keep as tight a line as possible, get on the power as early as possible. This was a better line, but I didn't get on the power as early as I wanted. Over the hill, fourth gear, not third. Clip it. You want to clip that curb more. Carry as much speed as you can through the right, and then if you got the corner wrong, you're going to have to lift through the left. Clipping the curbs on the exits, just to help with the rotation. There's a lot of understeer in this car on the high speeds, but again, that provides you with stability in corners where you need it. Braking just at the end of the wall here down to third gear, watch out for the rear. So carry as much speed as you can through there and get on the power as early as you can through that hairpin, that banked hairpin. Up the hill, use as much curb as you can just to anticipate the understeer. There you go, that was flat this time. And then brake into this double right. Whoa. Running to wide here, just small rolling between throttle and brakes. Getting on the power as early as you can. Running down to the final turn, braking at the 50, turning in at the same time as you're braking, and then trying to get as early apex as you can and run to the edge of the track to maximize the run to the start finish line. Second gear, clipping the curb, slowly as you can through here, etc, etc. I think you get the idea. There's an element of patience and an element of timing to get this track just right, and you want to go be as smooth as you can through all the transitions. If you get the rear out of line between the transitions, and by transitions I mean turning from left to right to left, you're going to lose lap time. So I hope you found this track guide useful. Enjoy the daily races this week. Maybe I'll be able to do a live stream tomorrow for the FIA stuff if I get enough time to practice. I've been away, had a really successful weekend in Zandvoort in race 2, and luckily for us that kept us in the championship hunt for the Blancpain GT World Challenge. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the track guide. Like and share if you did, and I'll catch you around the next lap. Cheers.